Hi everyone, my name is Rederawl and welcome back to Nier Replicant, and in this episode we're checking in on Yonah and just seeing how the village is going in general. I'm not really sure what's next in store for us. So let's go say hello to Yonah. Okay. Grab the good items on the way back, got some gold. Defense drop. Hey Yonah, how you going?
Yonah?
Oh, hey.
How are you feeling?
Better, now that I'm taking the medicine you brought.
Oh, that's good.
Good.
By the way, are you gonna stay here today?
Why not?
You bet.
Really? You'll stay with me? Really?
Yeah, Yonah. I'll stay.
Yay!
Now get back to bed.
Okay.
I hear a voice. I squint and see a boy standing before me. His hair is silver, his skin is pale, and he stares up at me with hard, glassy eyes. Soon his lips begin to move, but no sound comes out. What is he saying? I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't. I try to leave, but something about the boy holds my gaze. I watch his face expressionless as his lips slowly flutter. What is he trying to say? Wait, it's a phrase? I can almost make it out. It starts with an S, then there's an E. I can almost see it now. The letters begin to fall together, one after another, faster and faster. Sealed verse? It's a sealed verse. The thing I am looking for, the key to saving my sister. I stare at the boy with renewed ferocity, trying desperately to make out his next word. Dream? Dream? What the hell does that mean? The lips move again, faster now. I cannot follow them. Damn it, I can't make it out. I want to scream, I want to tear the walls down around me, but instead I force myself to be calm. I can do this. I can do it for Yonah. Slowly, ever so slowly, I pass out the letters that make up his final words. Forest of Myth. Forest of Myth. So I guess that might be our next destination. The next morning.
Just a dream. Even in my dreams, I'm hunting sealed verses.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning, Yonah.
What's wrong? Are you feeling sick too?
No, I had a strange dream.
What was it about?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
'Cause I had a dream too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Me and this boy were playing a game together.
What kind of game?
It was called Guess the Words. I think he made it up because I never heard of it before.
How did it work?
The boy would move his mouth, but no words would come out. Then I had to guess what he was trying to say. It was hard. I wanted to play hide and seek, but we had to play his dumb game instead.
So what did he say?
I don't know. All I could figure out was dream and forest of myth.
Interesting. Surprisingly the same words.
But don't worry, I'm gonna study hard so that next time I can figure out everything. We should play a game together sometime too.
Sure, Yonah.
I'm ready to make that stew anytime. I'm ready to make that stew anytime.
What's a stew? Did I miss something? Let's...
Something troubling you, lad?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Come on, I need to go ask Popola something.
Okay, I guess off to Popola we go.
What's up, Popola?
Oh, hi. I just got a strange letter in the mail.
Dearest Popola, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm running in hopes of bringing to your attention a certain dream issue of certain regarding recent events in Dream the Village. I was hoping I might be dream able to get your advice stream on the matter. This is almost making no sense. Oh. Okay, it gets weirder as we go. Recently, there have been dream reports. Dream of a certain dream of a certain dream. It's a lot of dreams.
That is certainly one bizarre piece of writing.
Yeah.
Who's it from?
The mayor of a small village in the Forest of Myth. It's a wooded area up north.
The Forest of Myth?
They're usually a bright and cheerful group of people. Something like this is very out of character for them.
Yeah, it's out of character for anyone.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I'll check it out.
You will? But...
Don't worry about it. I've got business there anyway.
Oh, well, alright. Thank you.
Okay. Off to the Forest of Myth we go. Okay, so if we go in the Forest of Myth, which way do we go from the village? So if it's just follow the X, so I'm guessing we go out this way. If we do, I'm going to grab whatever this is. Perfect. Some healing stuff. Okay. Off we go. So according to the map, we're heading out toward the right-hand side here, I think. Thank you. Actually, I better equip that. Where did we go? No. Weapons. We got this one. Is that actually better? Very light. Oh wow, that is very different. Oh, hi. Okay, maybe it is alright. Where is it? I need to lock onto this thing. Okay. Maybe this sword will be alright. I don't know. It looks a little odd, but it also looks pretty cool. Oh, here comes some more. I'm level 13 now, which is nice. Ow. So, does this thing actually do more damage? Well, that's helpful. Attack power 115 compared to... Oh. Actually, this one does more. That's unfortunate. Is it leveled? No, it's not leveled up. Okay. I'll just stick with that then. Okay. That was fun, anyway. It's a good looking sword, but not as much damage, unfortunately. Okay, continuing on.
Get out of my way! I have to save Yonah!
Calm down.
Ow.
You cannot prevail if you are blinded with rage.
Word obtained, Con. Used with all categories, martial arts, magic defense plus 2%. I don't even know where that went, it just... Oh, there it is. I think she got it. Thank you. So, is this the Forest of Myth?
It sure is quiet here.
Such silence bodes ill. There's trouble on the way. I'm certain of it.
You know, a little optimism now and then wouldn't hurt, Weiss.
Such
Well,
cheek.
you also have to be a bit realistic with this stuff, but anyway, time to save.
Beware the words.
The
Okay.
words? What do you mean?
Contagious words. Those who dream.
Those who dream?
Hold a moment. There is a strange new sensation in my mind.
Weiss's voice rose in a quizzical way.
It is not quizzical.
What's going on?
The villager's body shuddered as he slowly opened his eyes.
Perhaps we should start by asking this man.
Who are you?
We heard something happened to this village, so we came to see if we could help.
The mayor stared at Rederawl and Weiss. Sorry.
If you can speak to me, I must have caught you in my dream.
In your dream?
The mayor explained. In the past few weeks, a mysterious disease called the Death Dream had spread across the Forest of Myth. Those who caught it were cursed to fall asleep and live forever within the world of their own dreams. The village mayor had determined the Death Dream was spread from person to person by spoken words, but before he can learn more, the disease took him as well. Weiss stared at the mayor, his mouth twitching slightly.
Now see here. Are you saying that we have been absorbed into your dream?
Well, yes. I think you have.
In other words, we've caught the death dream?
Uh-oh. Before the mayor could confirm Redrawl's suspicion, Weiss exploded with rage.
Ridiculous. Preposterous. Completely unfathomable on every conceivable level. I don't even recall falling asleep.
That's just how the death dream works.
Though polite, the mayor was clearly trying to brush aside the book's remarks.
My remarks are not to be brushed aside, fool.
The mayor twisted his mouth into an embarrassed grimace and quickly changed the subject to who Rederawl had seen and what they had discussed since coming into the village.
Something there must have caused you to enter my dream. A certain conversation, a specific word, something.
Rederawl and Weiss racked their brains, but they could not find any easy solutions. There were simply too many words to consider, too much random chatter, too many meaningless conversations.
Grimoire Weiss does not engage in meaningless conversations.
The mere suggestion that Weiss chose his words carefully seemed to sting his pride.
It does not seem to sting my pride, you bloated gasbag of a narrator.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm just
It has
reading.
demolished it utterly.
Irritated, Weiss looked skyward, as if searching for answers in the heavens.
I was doing no such thing. Just leave me alone already.
The anger created by his harsh words bled over to Rederawl like a contagion. Wait, said Rederawl suddenly. Did someone just say contagion? Yes, I believe so. What of it? Well, the villager told us to watch out for contagious words, right? The mayor leaned forward with renewed interest, pushing a startled Weiss aside in the process. He must have said something, right? Asked the mayor. Some specific combination of words. What was it? It was about dreaming, or something that dreams or... Oh, what the hell was that? A sheep? Cried Weiss suddenly, blurting out the first thing that popped into his head. The others stared at him for a moment before slowly shaking their heads. After a few more minutes of thought, Redrawl's face suddenly lit up. I remember, he said. Those who dream, that's what he said, I'm sure of it. At this, the mayor produced a thick sheaf of papers from his pocket. He flipped through them a few times before finally nodding his approval at Rederawl. That sounds right, he said, as a stray sheet of paper fluttered to the ground. My notes also mentioned something about that. I bet it was the last thing you heard before you fell asleep. The mayor shook his head, his worn pencil stub tracing lines across a lone piece of paper. For the last month, I've done nothing but study the disease we call the death dream, he said. I mean, I'm the mayor, right? It's my job to protect people from whatever comes along. But I never expected a couple of outsiders to start entering people's dreams. The mayor paused, a grimace crossing his face. I should probably be taking notes or something. Weiss immediately fired back. I applaud the force of will it takes to research a disease in your dreams, he said, but perhaps we should bend your efforts to escaping this place instead of trying to understand it. The mayor's hand tightened around his pencil, snapping off the tip. I've tried to escape. From the first moment I realised I was locked inside my own dream, I've been looking for a way out, but I don't think it exists. I mean, this is my dream, right? If there was an exit, I'd know about it. He paused for a moment, his unfocused eyes staring at nothing. My village was beautiful, he said, to no one in particular, and it was filled with the most wonderful people you could ever hope to meet. But once this disease took hold, things changed. It's like someone took a sponge and soaked all the colour out of our lives. I just want to be whole again. I want us to be free. And I won't stop trying until that happens. Rederawl nodded in agreement. Huh? Wait a sec. I didn't nod? Look, if we can be of any help, said Rederawl, just ask. Now hold on, I did not just say that. Silence, cried Weiss. The Grimoire looked from Rederawl to the mayor and back again, his face filling with confidence. Grimoire Weiss's face is always confident, thank you very much. Now see here, Mayor. You told us that nothing can exist in this dream without your knowing of it. But yet you seem surprised to see us when we first arrived, yes? The Mayor slowly raised his head, realization dawning on his face. Oh my god, he said. You're right, I had no idea you were coming. The human imagination is a limitless engine, said Weiss, and dreams are the fuel. If you can imagine an exit, then it must be so. With your permission, we shall search it out. Thank you, said the mayor. I don't know how I can repay you. Payment is not required. We are as eager to be done with this place. The mayor suddenly felt as if he could breathe again. He'd almost forgotten what it was like. Good luck, you two, he called at the departing forms of Rederawl and Weiss. We're all counting on you. As Rederawl slowly faded into the misty forest, the mayor was struck with a sense of déjà vu. I saw this man once before, he thought, but where? Rederawl's mood darkened as he trudged through the forest. Hours later, when the beauty of the place was still a new thing, he'd been confident they could get in, find the exit, and be home in time for dinner. But the deeper they went, the more the forest closed in around them. The mist made it difficult to see more than a foot in any direction, and moss-covered rocks seemed determined to twist his ankle. More than once he'd been forced to steady himself on the rough bark of a tree, and his hands now left small trails of blood on everything he touched. Additionally, Weiss was proving to be a spectacularly poor travelling companion, unhindered by either terrain or physical effort. He spent most of his time urging Rederawl to pick up the pace and grumbling about their slow progress. Finally, after Weiss muttered something about legless turtles being more adept at navigating the environment, Rederawl snapped. Okay, Weiss, cram for a second, would you? You don't have to walk. Rederawl leaned against a tree and tried to stretch the knots from his back. How can this stupid forest be so big, he muttered to himself. The moment the words tumbled from his mouth, a cacophony? How do you even say that? Cacophony of insects sprang to life. I had never even seen that word, but anyway. Every imaginable form of buzz, click, and hiss roared at a volume that rattled his teeth. Rederawl slapped his hands over his ears and screamed to be heard. Weiss, what's going on? Rederawl could see Weiss's mouth moving, but he might as well have been shouting in a tornado. The insect screamed, the forest howled. And then just as Rederawl's ears seemed ready to tear from his head and go running for cover, the sound diminished. Hesitantly, he removed the hand from his left ear and listened to the creatures of the woods. Zree. That was bad. Zree. Shark. I'm not even going to try. As the insect symphony dimmed another decibel, Rederawl began to detect patterns in the sound. This isn't random, he thought. It's not just white noise, it's something else. The insects weren't just calling out, they were asking a question. 1, with it is lacking. 2, with it is ideal. 3, with it is dangerous. What is it? Well, my pages, is this a riddle? I guess so, I mean it feels sort of forced, but maybe it's the key to getting out of this place. Then I'll leave it to you to answer. 1, with it is lacking. 2, with it is ideal. 3, with it is dangerous. What is it? The answer is a secret? The answer is a seesaw? How should I know? Oh, this is what I'm picking. Okay, so... A seesaw sounds so much like it's right because... Oh, wait, no. Oh. Secret. 1 is lacking, 2 is ideal, 3 is dangerous. Maybe it is a secret. Inwardly furious that Weiss left the task to him, Rederawl sighed and gave the only answer that made sense. It's a secret. Right? The sound of the insects stopped as suddenly as it began. The forest undergrowth parted before Rederawl like a rippling wave, opening a new path. These forest arthropods are making a road for us? Said Weiss with glee. Pleased at passing the test, Rederawl moved on with new intensity. The path offered his body relief from the undergrowth, but gave an even greater cheer to his mind. As long as they were on that path, the journey had a purpose. I guess the forest has accepted us, huh? Said Rederawl after a bit. Weiss spun around to face his companion. Do not mistake the will of this forest for some happy pet you can suddenly befriend. We have no idea where this path leads. As Weiss finished speaking, the pair turned a corner and found themselves facing a clear forest spring. Smiling, Rederawl picked up a small rock and sent it skipping across the surface of the water. Good heavens, said Weiss. His surprise was understandable. Each time the rock struck the surface of the water, a musical note rang out. When the rock finally stopped moving and sank to the bottom of the spring, the ripples it left behind came together to form words. I entered through the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? Absurdly easy, barked Weiss. Now answer it. Rederawl grit his teeth and tried not to reach out and strangle his companion. He's right after all, this one is pretty easy. I enter through the window but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? A bird, a letter, sunlight. It is sunlight, I believe, because you can get that through windows, but it goes away when it's night. Sunlight. A plume of water suddenly burst from the spring. Sunlight filtered through the trees and reflected off the plume, creating a shimmering rainbow that spanned the entire horizon. In all my years, said Weiss softly, I have never seen such a sight. Perhaps I have misunderstood the intentions of this place. Hey look, cried Rederawl, awaking Weiss from his daze. There's a house or something over there. Glancing in the direction of his friend's extended hand, Weiss saw a small cottage nested among the trees. That's weird, isn't it, Weiss? I mean, who would build a house all the way out here? Rederawl walked over and pounded on the door. After a minute of solemn banging, the door cracked open and a small man peered out. His body was cloaked from neck to toe in a large black cape, while his face was obscured by mist. Began Rederawl, but before he could get any further, the cloaked man held a hand up and began speaking. I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. What am I? Rederawl tried to ask the cloaked man who he was and what he was doing there, but he simply repeated the question. If we wish to engage with this man in conversation, said Weiss, it seems we must answer his riddle. Yeah, I suppose, said Rederawl. Well, at least it's an easy one. I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. What am I? Man. How the heck am I gonna know this one? 4 legs in the morning, 2 at noon, 3 at night. May get this wrong. I'm just gonna try a man. A man. The mist dissolved from the cloaked figure as he spoke a single word. Correct. With that, the man flung his garment aside, revealing his true identity. You're the mayor? Cried Rederawl. The small man slowly shook his head. I am not the mayor you know. Now listen to my words. Long ago I saw a version of you that was not yourself. Sorry? What's that mean? It will make sense in time. At present, I simply congratulate you on cracking the seal of the Death Dream. Now you must go to the person at the forest entrance. With that, the man turned on his heel and slammed the door behind him. As Rederawl watched, mist seeped up from the ground and enveloped the college, erasing it from existence. When Rederawl and Weiss returned to the forest entrance, they found the man leaning against a tree. As soon as he caught sight of the duo, he sprang to his feet and scrambled over to them. Good gravy, he cried. You made it. You actually made it back. His left hand grasped Rederawl's and pumped it so fiercely it threatened to dislodge it from the socket, while his right seized Weiss by the cover and swung him through the air. God, by the heavens, stop shaking me, fool. We have not even told you if we were successful or not. The mayor smiled broadly and shook his head. I'm just happy you're alive. I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Rederawl withdrew himself from the mayor's eager handshake with a slight smile. We broke the Death Dream seal, he said. At least I think we did. The mayor's face beamed as Rederawl filled him in on the details. When the tale was done, the 3 of them laid down on the forest ground and fell asleep. Rederawl cocked his head. Okay, hang on a second. This is crazy. Why would we just lay down and go to sleep? Cease your endless prattle and go to sleep, fool. Fighting against the rules of this place is futility itself. Rederawl and the mayor obediently reclined atop the grassy earth. Have you forgotten, continued Weiss? It is words that control the Death Dreams. Words that allow us to move from place to place. No matter how unnatural they seem, the words are absolute. Therefore, if the words tell us to sleep, then sleep we shall. And once we do, the story will continue. With that, the trio found their eyes growing heavy, their breath slowing. "This is the first time," began the mayor. "This is the first time I have felt tired since I was imprisoned here." His words were cut off by a loud, long yawn, and he remembered nothing more. He might have slept for an hour or a year. When they awoke, things had a slightly more real quality to them. The mist felt thicker, the leaves greener. It was clear that they had awakened from their dream. Rederawl shook the mayor's shoulder gently. "Good news," he said. "I think we made it." "Oh wow," said the mayor in an awed voice. "We did it, I'm back." He blinked once and then again, as if not quite believing the sight before him. You two had no idea how much this means. The death dream was spreading through their village and I wanted to. Well, I thought I could figure out how to stop it. But I guess that wasn't the case. I must have caught the disease and become trapped in my own dream. The mess started to stand, then collapsed back to the earth. He stared at his legs as if trying to remember how they worked, then glanced at Rederawl and shrugged. Without a word, the young man reached down and pulled the mayor to his feet. "Real life may take some getting used to," said the mayor, as a wry smile crossed his lips. "You shall relearn in short order, I am sure," said Weiss. "For now you should return to your home and rest." "No," said the mayor, swaying on unsteady feet. "No, I can't. Some of the villagers are still trapped in the death dream. I have to save them." The mayor slowly made his way to the divine tree in the center of the village, then bowed his head and prayed silently. "This is a holy tree," he explained when the prayer was finished. "It's the guardian of our village's history and memories." "Superstition will only make our mission harder," muttered Weiss. "We should not put our faith in the gods." And the mayor shook his head. "Not the gods, the words. Legend says that our tree is home to a powerful magic known as the sealed verse." Rederawl and Weiss could not contain their surprise. It seemed a goal had been found in the most unexpected of places. "I say," muttered Weiss, "this is certainly a stroke of luck." As the three of them said their goodbyes, Rederawl mentioned the strange man who had given them the third riddle and the mysterious words he had left them with. "I once saw a version of you that was not myself," muttered the mayor. "What in the world does that mean?" Lost in thought, he stared into space for a long moment. "You know," he said softly, "this is going to sound odd, but I had a feeling I'd seen you before too." Rederawl tried to keep a straight face and failed, but the mayor didn't seem to notice. Deja vu, right? Anyway, I figure it's just some kind of illusion created by the death dream. It probably doesn't mean anything. Rederawl gave the mayor a nod and a smile, but inwardly his thoughts were racing. There's something wrong about the mayor and his words. And what exactly is going on here? That riddle would prove to be the most difficult of all.
Oh, thank you so much. Now I can finally return to a normal life.
This is one of the most bizarre diseases I have ever encountered.
I know. That's why we have to help the other villagers, no matter what.
Obtain a sealed verse. Obtain Dark Execution magic. Dark Execution. Summon magical spikes from the ground to impale enemies. Charge to increase the number of spikes.
For a sealed verse, that didn't take much effort.
Yes, all a touch too easy if you ask me. It's almost as if someone was guiding us to this village.
Don't overthink advice.
At least I don't have to say all that dialogue anymore, which is good. But after all that, I'm going to end this video here, so thank you all very much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe if you're new to the channel, and smash the like button, and until next time, see yous.